yes, you have said you are going to do this for the farmer. You have said that you're going to increase the number of extension workers for the farmers. You have said that you're going to make sure you allocate lands to the farmers. You have said you have agreed to this clause. So after the election, it gives us a voice to be able to say, oh, you signed this. Please make sure that you redeem your pledges. So that's what the Farmers Manifesto is about. Holding our political leaders accountable.
Okay, let's let's look at the demands now. So what are the farmers' demands? Because she mentioned earlier that there is a national manifesto, but you're just looking at how to bring it down to Lagos, for instance. But let's look at the national manifesto. What are the farmers demanding from the political class in this election? Yes.
From the political class, we need land. The women don't have land, like in Lagos. We have the women farmers, because I'm a woman, and, and I'm talking more with women. The African, what I mean by women farmers is that there was, in 2016, we went all the way and climbed the Mount of Kilimanjaro to bring out our Charter of Demand that women have the rights to own land. At least 30% land should be given to the women. These policies have been implemented, but nothing decisions have been taken, but nothing has been implemented, and that is what we are still looking at. Infrastructural facilities, we don't have good roads to our farms. You go to the farms, you see that after producing after farming, our produce cannot be transported outside because of we don't have good roads. Then these middlemen come to buy all this produce at ridiculous prices, and we are forced to sell. Because when we look at the transition of bringing this produce out and we get somebody that comes to uptake this produce, we're like, okay, we just want money to just continue this farm. So we need security. A lot of things are happening in our farms. Women are being kidnapped, women are being raped, and you see that our farmers, the small-scale farmers in general, are being used for ritual. So it reduces the way, and
what event was that then? That's the one you had in Lagos?
Yes, that was the one they had in Lagos. Okay. That was last week Saturday. And so it's for the farmers, they will be afraid to also go to the farm, to also farm. And we also have safety. You know, after producing these goods, after producing this farm produce, we get the middlemen using sniper to preserve this produce that we have produced organically. And we are now asking the Standard Organization of Nigeria, the NAFDAC, what are they doing? That they should please, the government should also provide good silos where we can preserve all those things. They don't need to use sniper, but sniper is poisonous. So that is part of the thing we are advocating. Then we talk about the climate change, what is happening. Because of we deal with the rain, you know, then when the rain comes, because of the plan, we don't have a better plan for climate change. You understand? We have to depend on the rain to wet our farms for us, and irrigation is not there for us. So that when the rain comes, when the flood comes, it cuts away all our fishes, or when the drought is there, our rice or whatever get burnt on the farm. So these are things we are trying to ask the government to also help us so that they can provide enough irrigation for us, help us so that we can be able to plan. Get extension workers. The extension workers are supposed to stand as a link between the government and the farmers so that they will advise the farmers on what to do. They should be mentors. Like when I started my own farm, I had a mentor. I did not just start like that. I did not know I was going to be a farmer. But I had somebody that I could go to and ask questions. And this person put me through and told me what I was going to do. And I also had this Lagos State government, that is the coordinators of Lagos State, that also guided me. I started with hoes and cutlasses when I started my rice farm in Itoike. They were all there. I harvested with sickle. But at a point in time, that was in 2014, but around 2017, they brought in mechanized machines for us. But that is just...
Who is they?
That is it. I'm talking about the Lagos State government now.
The Lagos State government brought in...
mechanized machine for the farmers. That is in Itoike. But you see, we cannot go around for all farmers. This is just few of us that did that.
So let's look at this Farmers Manifesto / Petition 2018. So amongst the things you're asking for is security.
Yes.
You're asking for extension farmers. extension services, right, from
yes.
government. You're asking for access to finance.
Finance.
You're asking for climate change.
Resilient framework, yes.
Climate resilience framework.
Yes,
What are the other things you're asking for? These things you're asking for, are they supposed to be like the things you want to get a commitment or you want to see before you vote?
No,
we have how many weeks to the election? So for now, I think we're happy if they can commit to, to these demands. So and what we like to do after the election is to see them, and so we like them to also start from when they are making the decisions. So a lot of times when the governing party, when they want to make decisions for we farmers, we are not at the table, and so you really don't have that, you don't have the knowledge, you don't know where the
shoe pinches.
Yes, you don't know where the shoe pinches, and so we want to be at the decision table as well. Have a stakeholders meeting and say, okay, if you're having an intervention in Ekpe, if you're having an intervention anywhere, what are your needs as farmers? What are the problems that you face daily? So start from putting us at the decision table, and then we want to see you act on
what you said.
Yes, exactly. So we want to, and again, so there's something we always have. People say, they involved the farmers during the decision, but I think most of the time what we find is that they involve the political farmers. These people are not farmers, and a lot of times you have people say,
hold on. I need to write that down. Political farmers. I need to write it down.
Yes,
political farmers.
They can't be traced to any farm. They can't be traced to any cooperative. They can't be traced anywhere.
So why do they call themselves farmers?
What
are the benefits?
It's a problem of the system. So you say you want to have an intervention, you're going to give farmers fertilizers, right? So you know somebody in the ministry, and what they do is that they write their family members' names, and after they have collected these fertilizers, they sell it back to the farmers, which was supposed to be given to the farmers for free in the first place. And so you find out that she was telling me about some 1,200 bags of fish that they were supposed to have given to some farmers, and then finally they didn't get to give them because political farmers were involved. And so sometimes the government tries to make effort, but they need to look through their system as well and remove the bad eggs that don't make these interventions get to the farmers. So yeah.
Okay, so the current concerns, you have concerns like, again, I want to read it, I want to be sure we have this right. On-farm productivity stagnation. Is that a government thing? On-farm productivity stagnation?
Yes, because if you're not getting the right inputs.
If you're not getting the right inputs, you're
But what if you're getting the right inputs, but you, the farmer, you're not using them?
And that's the thing. That's why you need the extension workers to tell the farmers how to use it. So you have a lot of farmers that are not educated. They are not as exposed as some of us are. And so they need people that's why people go to the universities to study agri-extension. What are they doing? They're all in the banks or selling shoes or something. They are not.
Selling shoes.
Yes. So we're losing the people that should be helping these farmers to other professions.
Okay. Financial credit access.
Yes, credit access.
Production, technology, and adoption. Again, that's extension farming. Okay. Yes. Market access and post-harvest losses. Exactly. That one's a big issue.
It's a big issue here because we are vexed. We don't have off-takers.
Okay.
It ends up going bad.
Okay, just hold your thought. We'll take a moment and we'll come back to look at these challenges and what the farmers are looking for. Please don't go away.